Kelpieone here on Stainedglasscuts. Today I'm going to show you how I make a simple eye bolt from solid brass rod. An eye bolt is simply a bolt with a loop on the end. Here's an end cap with an eye bolt I made. I used two of these in the design I call Plum Drop. In a future video, I'll show you how I make this design. Ask why bother? Why not just buy eye bolts online? Here's the problem. There's some solid brass eye bolts, but the smallest I found is a 1/4 inch in diameter, and they tend to be costly. Others are plated steel, and who wants that for outside use? Making an eye bolt relies on two basic skills I've covered in other videos: bending loops in metal rods and threading metal rods. Check them out. In this demo, I'll start with a 4-inch length of 3/32 solid brass rod. Put a loop into one end, cut off the length that I need, and thread the other end. If you're using heavier stock, like an 1/8 inch brass rod, cut a 6-inch length. You'll need the extra leverage to make the loop. You'll also need a different die and perhaps a vise to hold the eye while you cut the threads. Taking my bail making pliers, I'll make a 10mm loop, adjusting with my flat nose pliers if I need to. Once I've got my loop, you can see I've got a little bit of a bend, so I am going to adjust it. Okay, now that I've got my loop made, I'm going to take my diagonal pliers and cut off the excess. I'm going to put about a 1/2 inch set of threads on these. Next, I'm going to take my file and file the end smooth. Once I've got the end smooth, I'm going to take my file and taper the end. The reason for tapering the end is to help get it started in the die. Now, taking my die, I'll lubricate the die and the rod and begin to turn it down into the die. Once we get the thread started, it'll self-center and we can begin to do the threading. You thread a bit, then you back it off, add a little bit of 3-in-1 oil, and continue. You repeat this process until you've threaded down to just where the loop begins in your future eye bolt. And as you can see here, I can knock some of that material out of the way. So we're just about down to where the eye bolt begins to turn. So we'll back our threading out. Get our die out of there. Do a little cleanup. Take a nut. Got more paper towel on there than anything else. We'll take a nut, thread it on the end, and there you have it, your handmade eyebolt. Hope you enjoyed this video. All the materials and tools I used are listed in the description. Thanks for watching. Cheers.